Hi, crafty chums. I was just going to have a play with my jelly plate, doing that fabulous image transfer that Sharon, hi Vicky, that Sharon Green. Hi, crafty chums. Oh, I was just turn my let me turn my sound down. That will be terrible, won't it? Oh man. So yeah, what was I saying? I distracted myself by not having my sound turned off. Yes, so I was watching Sharon Green, Sharon. Her name's Shannon, not Sharon. So yeah, I was watching Shannon Green do that image transfer, and I was just going to have a play with it, see if I could actually do it, see what it was all like. I don't have many magazines, so I like to keep, when I find magazines, I like. Hi, Aristi. Did you want to come on the come and chat, Aristi, or are you just going to stay in the stay quiet? Do you want to come on the live? So yeah, I like to keep these magazines, of course, because I like to practice drawing my faces and that. So that's the reason why I have a magazine. If it's a magazine with lots of faces, I keep it because it's good practice for me. But yeah. So I'm just going to look through now for different images. I'm told that high contrast images, black and white, are good. Sure. I've only got a small jelly plate. Yeah, okay, I thought you'd stay there. I thought you'd stay there because of your ma. So as you can see, my jelly plate is a little bit old, it's a little bit small, it's a little bit stained. But you know, it does me well. It was one that I got from Josie. She cut up her jelly plate and she sent me what she had left over. So yeah, so I thought I'd give it a go. Oh, Judy Dench, she's lovely. Yeah, so I like to keep the images for that. So I'm going to keep that one. That's a nice big one. I'm not going to take that out, but it does say black and white, so high contrast images. So that's a nice one too. I want to keep that one in. So I'm just going to pull out a few pictures and things. This is an MP that we have in New Zealand named Georgina, and she's a transgender MP. She's a lovely, lovely, lovely lady. Cute. So his little boy. So here's yeah, it's a really nice image, but I want to keep it. Nice image to keep. As I say, I've got to keep some for my practicing. She might be good. So just going to pull out a few images. Can you remount it? The plate? No, it's the proper jelly plate. I expect you could melt it, but I'm not going to because I don't want to. Because I like, I don't mind that mine is all discoloured and it's got bits of gunk on it because they makes interesting prints and things. So yeah, I don't mind it at all. Oh, it's nice. This black and white one might be too gentle. Don't you love magazines? And they're all about the gossip. All about the gossip. As I say, I'd buy them because I like to keep the faces. Practice over and over and over drawing. Okay. I like that. See, my jelly plate's not big enough for an image like that. Look. So yeah, I only decided to just do this as I was doing it. I decided maybe I should be actually might be too much going on there, but give it a go. That should be enough to play with for now, shouldn't it? Well, why don't you sleep, Aristi? Naughty girl. So I've only got this small plate, so yeah, just got to decide. I've already ripped that one, which was annoying. Never mind. Oh well. Oh well. Let's try out with something a little bit simple. It maybe Are you kicking you out? No, I'm not kicking you out. I'm having a nice cup of tea, just having a relax, just having a play. This will take me a while because, of course, you're supposed to let the first image dry if you manage to get an image up. So we'll give it a go. It's probably too much black there. Let's just take some off. Just take some off. See if I need it on after. I understand there's quite a skill between getting enough paint on and not having too much paint on. So, and Shannon did say you'll have many failures before you start getting it right, which will be interesting, of course. So I'm just going to pop this one over. I'm going to go for the top of those, I think. And we'll see whether this one works for me. Just need something to roll this up on. See if it works now. Woo, I've got a little bit of an image there. Let's see if I can just get that to go a little bit more. Nope, did not. Apparently I've just got to let that dry a little bit. That one's a good one. That one may be good, but the middle one is not very good. Hi Patricia, just playing with the old what Shannon Green was showing on her video, so I thought I'd give it a go, see what it's all about. She reckons it's a lot of fun. So let's see. Let's have a play and see if it is a lot of fun. Oh, I don't know why I just didn't put my camera over. That was silly. Oh, look, and I've got the thing on. I came on so fast. Hang on then. Just got to alter my camera. You'll have to just wait a sec while I try and sort this out, because I can't always, once I'm on, I can't always get to it. Let's see. I'll just sort this out in a minute. I was so excited. Look, I didn't even have my camera set up properly. Let's see. Let's turn it off. I normally do it first, but I thought, no, I'm just going to go live. And I did just go live. Oh. Okay, that should be okay now. Right. Yeah, just sorted it, Risty. You're way behind me. I just noticed that I had the camera off to the side and everything. I was just playing. I just decided I was going to play today, so the camera was off to the side. So, let's see, this is going to dry off a little bit. Don't do this. Don't do what I'm about to do, all right? Don't use your heat gun to dry it off. Do not do this. This is not recommended by anyone, okay? Don't do it. I never listen to anyone anyway. I always just go and do my own thing. Apparently now there's a fine line between the amount of paint you put on and the results you get. So we'll see. Just using cheapest paints here today, so I'm just spraying off a little bit on some paper that we just got on the floor, so I'll keep just popping the head down and just to brayer off this. And we'll see if this works. It may or may not work for me. I may or may not have too much paint on there, but we'll see. I've also got some cheap printer paper here, so you can't actually leave it down for too long. That didn't work. Let's try again. You can't leave it down for too long, otherwise it just sticks to it. Let's give it a bit of a harder push there. I've now got a big line in the middle, but hey ho, first try. First try. I've got something on there. Not quite sure what it is, but it's something. Okay, we'll put some more paint on there. This might be like too cheap ass paint. This one might not work. So well, let's try a different colour. Give it a go. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. Yeah, it's a long way down to the floor. Did I lose you all there while I had to go out and change the autofocus in there? Is anyone still in chat? Let's see if we'll pick it up. Still on there. I just had something falling down there. Well, looks like it's going to stay on there for me, doesn't it? See if I can pick it up with another colour. Might have to switch to different paints, so we'll see if that works any better for me. That's like it's burnt in on there. Oh. Wasn't too good, was it? Oh, this will be a really thin skim of paint. I bet that won't get anything up. Oh man, it's a really hot day here today. I can't believe we're in autumn. Someone was telling me that the space station is supposed to crash somewhere in New Zealand, but I don't believe that. Why would it miss Australia and come over to New Zealand? I don't know. I think I'm going to have to just take that off because it's still on there. The first pull off I had, I did pull off a nice little bit of the image, so I don't know. Shannon did say, you know, for every one good one, you'll get 15 fails when you first start. So there you go. We'll see. The Chinese space station that's crashing into Earth sometime over this Easter weekend. Have you not heard about it? Hi, Pauline. Have you not heard? Let's give it another go. I'm going to try some other paints rather than these really, really cheap ones I've got here. See if that makes any difference at all. Don't really want to use my really expensive ones on here, so I'll just go up to my next least expensive ones. See if that makes any difference. I'm just going to go for these two pictures down here, but I'll just pop them in the corner so I don't get too mucky. All right. But you do like get news and people talking about it on Facebook and the internet and that, so I already knew there was a space station on the way in because I got some geeky friends. So I kind of got the image down there. Got to wait for it to dry a little bit. Maybe I let it dry too much last time. I can see all the newspaper print, you know, the paper print on there as well. So we'll see. We will see. Now I've got to make sure that I don't use any paint that's got, see, I don't know which of my paints now. I've got some silicone in it and that from doing pours. Yeah, I avoid the news as well, Vicky, because it's just too full of doom and gloom. It's like, man, really? Oh, yeah. See if I can get it up with a silver. Would be a nice little contrast thing. Let's see. can't avoid the news in, you know, in total, because people talk about major things on Facebook and that, but you don't really need to listen to all that doom and gloom, I don't think. It's too depressing. Now, I might not have let it, like, you know, dry long enough this time, but we'll see. We will see. I'm hopeful. That's right, yeah. People don't want to see the good stuff. So I was watching Ruby this morning on how to make a Ukrainian Easter egg. I don't know whether anybody else watched that as well. But yes, part 1. How to make a Ukrainian Easter egg. This looks really interesting. I've got some of it coming up, not all of it. Yeah, no, nope, nope, nope. See, I got some of it, but I'm not getting all of it. Man. Let's give it another go. I'm using all kinds of different paints now. This is a nice muddy colour. See if we can get it in one pull. You know what they say? If at first you don't succeed, try again. Yay. Yeah, I got some of the newsprint and that on that one, but around the edges and that, so I don't know. I might wonder if it's the actual magazine, the technique, user error. Yeah, it's a lot of so I was watching Ruby do that, and she had lots of trouble even starting off and getting halfway on the egg, and that is a lot of fiddling around to get that, isn't it? Yeah, so I was in that. I was watching the live stream there on how to make the Ukrainian Easter egg, and that's where I learned that the space station was supposed to be crashing into my town. I was like, what? I don't think so. Civil Defence hasn't put out a warning or anything. It's like, no, really? Who told you that? It's like, no. So I may not be here tomorrow because the space station may have crashed into my house. Okay. This isn't going to work for me on this one, is it? May have to change paper and things. Use less paint. See, look, I'm getting some of it. I'm just not getting all of it. I'm going to try a fluid paint. Hang on. don't really want to use my fluid paints on here, but we'll just put a bit on. So just probably just see if I can take off this tackiness now. Very delicate work, I should think. Geez, it's not even pulling up any of that. Man, I'm getting some nice prints, but not getting the effect I want, am I? I think my jelly plates had it. Oh, I love that. Oh, look at that. I actually got it on that one. Maybe I need to use thin a bit of paint on there. Look, I totally got it there. Totally. Shame it's like not a full picture. Not the full Monty. Not the full Monty on that one. Let's just take a little bit left off there. Yikes. The wind is picking up. I don't know why. It's really hot out there. Just give this side a clean off and try this side of the plate. Got this spot here that doesn't want to come off. Yeah. Yep. So if I'm not here tomorrow, it's because the space station's crashed into my house. This weekend, sometime it's supposed to hit. Well, I'm already Saturday afternoon, so yeah, but you know, I'm not sure I actually believe it though. You know, it's like, nah. This is probably not going to be dark enough colour. Let's see. Let's see if I've got a black and white one. Here we go. I got a nice cup of tea. Finish that off. See whether I get anything worth it on this one. Nope. That's weird. I might have something on there. Who knows? I might. I might not. Aye, aye, aye. Let's see if I've got a nice yellow. Just looking for a nice light colour. A nice yellow here, just looking through my box for a minute. Hi, Jean. Don't even know if there's anything down there. There is something there, maybe. But we will see. We will see. May have put that on too quickly after, but I don't know. Regardless of whether this works or not, I do have some nice pulls. Yeah, it's only very lightly on that one. I probably didn't go dark enough. I could see the shape of the bride and the groom. Oh well, it's there, faintly. Oh man, back to black. We're going back to black. Okay, let's see. About this, you could do this horsey one here. Not high contrast though, is it? It's not high contrast either, but it might work. Let's get the fluid black. Changing paints. Okay, I've got that little picture there, so let's see if that'll work. Just roll this off. Got newspaper spread all out the on the floor in this room, so I could just throw the prints behind me to dry off. Oh, there she is. Let's see if I can pull her off on this one. So I've got the print on here as well. my fingerprint. Just want to make sure I get some of this black off before I go for a lighter colour. So what you're all doing today on this, what day is it for you? Good Friday, isn't it? Saturday afternoon here. So it'd be different for Vicky as well. I had my granddaughter over last night, which was nice. My roller's really bad. It's really, really stained, nasty. May go and try and clean it off after today properly. Try it once more on this paper, and then I might change to cardstock and see if that makes a difference as well. It may or it may not. Who knows? I really don't want to muck about with it too much. Because I know that if I leave this paper on here too long, it will just stick to the jelly plate. Yay! I got one. Woohoo! It did it. Celebrate with a cup of tea now. There you go. Got one. So I changed my paints. I don't know whether that will make a difference to it or whether it's just the contrast, the black and the white. I'm going to clean this off and give it another go. Yeah, it did come out great. Yay! Hi, Anne. Thank you, folks. That one worked. And we'll see whether it's in the contrast or of the black and white or not. Got another. So what I'm going to do is try these pictures here, because it's black and white, and then it's also colour. So we'll see. Probably too much ink there. Paint. Too much paint. Too much. Too excited. I got too much paint on there. No, my roller stopped rolling. There you go, it's back again now. Ah, little things. Little things, please. Little minds. Little trousers fit little behinds. Look, it's a chubby edge here and there. Look at that. Watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. No, Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory with my granddaughter yesterday. Yeah, it's definitely the black and white definitely comes out better on it. But all the prints are down there. Got a little line there from the crease in the paper. Never mind. Just gonna let that dry off a little bit now. Oh man, that wind is really strong. You can't hear it, but it's actually howling outside the house. I used to live on the Isle of Wight in the UK, and the Isle of Wight is a little island off the south coast of England, and I used to live in East Cowes, which was where Queen Victoria had her house, castle. Yeah, it's really nice, really lovely, beautiful grounds there, and during the summer they used to get the BBC Orchestra, the Philharmonic Orchestra, and different orchestras to come play in the grounds, and the grounds are right on the cliff top, and used to take our picnic there, lay on the blankets, and listen to the music, drink a glass of wine, have a few nibbles, and then watch the fireworks go off. And they were set off at the bottom of the cliffs, and when the fireworks came up, they would just explode just like right above your head. It was just like the most amazing thing, listening to all this classical music with the fireworks, night sky, warm, you get a nice drink with the one you love, and you're just like, wow, just an amazing time. Hi Jamie, thanks for joining me in my hit and miss printing on the jelly plate thing after watching Shannon have a go. I thought, why not? Well, I wasn't going to come on and do it on a live stream, of course, because it's it's not too good to have too many failures hanging around. It isn't good for the ego. But I thought, why not? Why not? Who cares? Who cares? You can come and see me fail along with the rest of them. Will it print on book pages? Do you mean will the print come up on a book page, or can you print book pages? Jean. Because I normally do my lift offs on book paper. My jelly print on book paper. Oh, thanks, Jamie. It's just that I've never been very good at jelly printing because I don't practice enough. I don't practice enough for it. So it did come up again. That's the crease I got in the paper there, which was going through Queen Victoria's head. Dame Judi Dench. Very nice. Yeah, if ever you're on the Isle of Wight, you should go and visit Queen Victoria's gaff. It's lovely. It's a beautiful place. Beautiful place. And the prince and princesses had their own what we call them in the UK Wendy houses, which are, you know, like it's a little wooden place, you know, where you have set up your tea set, you know, doll's house and all that, but it, you know, for children, Wendy houses. And you go in there, and it could be a tent or a wooden structure or something like that. And of course, the prince and princesses had their own Wendy house in the gardens, but in fact, their Wendy houses were a full-size Swiss chalet, where the kids would go in and play house, and then look after the gardens and things around the little Wendy house that actually was bigger than my house. So yeah, quite nice, quite nice. Quite pleased with that. The see, the colour one came up as well as the black and white one. This was black and white, and these two were colour. So they did come up. Quite impressed with that, actually. Should we give it another go? Just going to clean that little bit off. Yeah, this is these are, you know, my failed jelly plate printing on just because I'm not very good, you know. It's like as I say, I don't play around with it enough to, same as anything, if you want to be good at it, you've got to practice it. Same as drawing or painting or anything, you know, you need to practice it to get good at it. And I just don't get out enough and play with it. But I'm off work for another 3 weeks, so maybe I will play some more. I really want to do this horse one because this horse one here, of course, is black and white, but the bottom of the horse there is in colour. So it'll be interesting, and it's all sort of, you know, it's not good contrast on it, but I still want to give it a go, see what that comes out looking like, just because I'm interested. Yeah, I can just picture that with the book writing in the background. Yep. Okay, so try not to put so much black on, since I'm using my expensive blinking paints now. I had to go to my expensive paints because the cheap ones just weren't doing it for me. So I'm not going to be doing too many more of these on here because I don't want to I should have let the alcohol come off on there a little bit more, shouldn't I? Should let the alcohol evaporate a bit more first. Sure. One in horses. Bottom. See a little bottom there. See what we get on there. That did just squidge around a little bit. Maybe I'll invest in a new jelly plate at some point. Maybe a little bit bigger one. This one that Josie gave me is lovely, but I mean, it's been in the Caribbean with me. It's been in Norway with me. It's had like all sorts of extremes of temperatures, and it's like, yeah, maybe it's suffering from that now. Okay, you can see the horses there. Might be too much of a mishmash, too close in together to get everything, but maybe not. We'll see, won't we? We will see. That will take a little bit longer to dry. Mm. When it comes to jelly plates, bigger is better. Yeah, I think, you know, I think, let's see what this one is. This one isn't too big. It's yeah, it's just 6 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's not, yeah, they do a 5 by 7. So I suppose I'm not far off a 5 by 7, am I? It'd be worth going to a 5 by 7. Let's see what other colour. Bright colours. Okay, looking for bright colour. Just talk amongst yourselves while I'm right over here. Precious colours. I won't be doing any more after this of my precious colours. Wish me luck. This will be an expensive fail if it's a fail. Hi, Roz. Roz, did you hear about the space station that's supposed to crash into New Zealand over the weekend? Apparently it's going to bypass you all, you know, that big lump of land that is Australia, and hit little old New Zealand. I heard that on a live stream this morning. It's like, man, you know, that would be really unlucky. And it's supposed to, and the person said it's supposed to land on Christchurch, which is, you know, where I am. I said, no way. I said, you know, civil defence would be saying to us about it if it was. It's like, no, you're mistaken. Yeah, baby. Well, I can see the horse's head, but I can't see the horse's backside. Some legs there. I don't know what you can see. Yeah, I can see the jockey there. But definitely the horse's head has come out really, really well. As I thought, you know, there was probably too much of the same colours going on to really, really pick it out. But it looks interesting, doesn't it? Fab, I like it. Just a shame about the others, as I thought it was going to be too not contrasting enough to get all the detail in, but there's enough of the horse's head. Awesome. I like it. So choice of picture is important, I found out. See if I can get a nice one of Dame Judy. Yeah, I just need some glossier pictures, apparently. Apparently glossy is better. The glossier, the better. Apparently. Yeah, so I'm glad I actually came on instead of just playing with it without bothering to record it. Yeah, sometimes you just need to play, don't you? I'm just picking up the gunk off the plate. What do you think? Should we do it that way? Thanks for popping in, Anne. See you again. Bye. Just making a mess now, look. Can't have too much of a mess. The room's too small to be messy. Yeah. Okay. Hope I've got them both on. I think this will be my last one, actually. I wouldn't say I'd mastered it, but I've got a couple of good ones. These aren't really glossy magazines, so it would be nice if I'd have had something really glossy to do. So the contrast as well really makes a difference in the picture. And for me, the paints have made a difference too. Well, they're there. They're there. Oops, there they are. dry them off a little bit. I'd love to have a nice lime green to pop that out, but I don't have one. I think the yellow comes out the nicest in the contrast anyway. Let's clean this off so we can get a nice yellow colour down. Hi Debbie. Little dab of yellow. Well, here we go. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh, well, that didn't come out too good, did it? Not too grand. You can just about see them, but I didn't get good definition around the heads or anything. Wonder if he was where that is. That's because Sky was up there. But it came off as a older print, isn't it? Not bad. Not the best, but not bad. Looks like I'm developing my own photos for the first time, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's cool. I think I'll do one more, and I'll just do the pull up on book paper, just as a just for a bit of fun, and that'll be my last one. Just for a little bit of fun. Copy machine images as your pictures. I don't think so, because they're saying you've got to use a glossy magazine. I got too much out there. Darn it. I looked up as I was pouring. But I did wonder, because they're saying that you got to use a glossy magazine, and if I'd have prepared for this, because the thought in my head is if you Mod Podge your paper first, and then you put your image onto the, then you print out your image onto the Mod Podge dried paper, whether that would work. That's my thought on that. If you're thinking about glossy. But of course, I didn't prepare for this. I just came on and did it. But that was running through my head as a thought about how to get, an image you want to do as an image transfer. So, unless you have shiny paper already, I don't know. That's what, they're saying it has to be glossy. I could do this and then just try. I do have an image just on, I do have actually a photocopied image by the side of me that might not work. And just to show you whether that works or not while we're at it. Photo paper, yeah, I don't have photo paper, but this is what I'm thinking. It's something that I'm sure that you've got to like go out and just play with to see what works and what doesn't. I don't have photo paper, but certainly if I'd have had it, that's one of the things that I would have tried. Just playing around to even get this out is a biggie. Ooh, that might be a good one. She had a stripy top on as well, so it's like, ooh, this might be good, folks. This might be good. And I think that came out well because she was wearing a dark top with a against a lighter background. I'm just going to get an image that I've got printed out, a digital image. That's the one I've got printed out there, and we'll just give that a try when I've just finished this one. I do want to lift her up on book paper. Yeah, keeping my fingers crossed too. Getting black everywhere. Hang on, let me just get the black off my fingers. I think there's an optimum time between having things just dry and being too dry to lift off, maybe. Got some nice book paper here from Greece. from Aristi, if she's not already fallen asleep, because she was watching from bed. Three or 4 o'clock in the morning for her. So yeah. It turned out okay. Yep, it's a good one. Should have a good one. So, ooh, darn it. Darn it, I smudged that one. Smudged it, never mind. So we'll just see if it works, all right? It's not supposed to work, but we'll see if it does work. Oh, thanks, Jean. Right, this is not supposed to work, this one. I have no hopes of it working. If it works, it will be a miracle. But you never know unless you give it a try, do you? So we'll give it a try. So, as I say, this one's for Jean. I'll have a play for you, I don't mind. And the reason why it shouldn't work is because it's not a glossy image or anything. It's not on glossy paper. Okay. Tell you what my paint's doing on my jelly plate as well, is separating out. So as I say, I have no hopes of this one working, but we'll give it a go. Hi, Michelle. Yeah. But you know, I just keep wondering, you know, if it's Mod Podged and then printed over the top of the Mod Podge on the paper, whether that would work or not. See, no hope of that one working at all. Just doesn't transfer. But as I say, if I put a couple of layers of Mod Podge on there and dried out between each layer, then printed on top of that, then it may work. It may work. So I don't know. Didn't think that one would work. But now we know it doesn't work. There's nothing there. So that was my my very quick little play, because I really did want to give it a go and see about it. And I'll just show you the prints I got and the progress we made or didn't. And for me, the real big thing that made a difference was the quality of the paint. I went to my most expensive paints to use there, which I didn't want to do. That's why I started off with my really cheap paints first. And I went to medium expense and they kind of worked. And then I went to the really expensive ones and they worked really well. So, but I wouldn't want everyone to do that. That's like, ooh. Right, let's have a look. I don't know which one was my first one now. I think it was that one, and that one, and that one. So these were the first ones, and that one like made me really hopeful. But what happened was that the black stayed on. It was cheap black, and it stayed on and just wouldn't lift off the jelly plate. So yeah, these were my cheap as paints. So I sort of like had a partial success, which made me hopeful with the first. Hopeful. There we go. And then something, prints on there, and there's print on there, and there's nothing on that one. Oh no, it was a coloured one, wasn't it? The bride and the groom. So you can just see something there. Well, I can, but you probably can't. And there's something on there, and there's pictures on there, and some print. I actually think it's that way around, and some print. But oh yeah, there's people there. And then there was that one there. This is when I started using just going up the paints. And that one there, going up in the paints, and the quality of the picture, the contrast of the pictures. These two are colours. This is a black and white. This is a black and white as well. So in the contrast and the quality of the paint. And then there was a high contrast, black and white. So that came up okay. And there was one where you can't quite see all of it. You can see the horse's head. There's another horse and the horse's backside there as well. You can see the legs, but there wasn't enough contrast in this area here for it to really work very well. And then, of course, there's the last print there. So yeah, these last few were getting better and better, getting better and better, But yeah, I really wanted the horse's backside to come out because it's a really fun picture. But I did get the horse's head, so I'm quite happy. And then, of course, the girl, she came out really well because she was wearing a dark colour with the lighter background, but her hair was a bit light, so lost some definition around the head. But yeah, she worked really well. So there you go. You never know about these things unless you just go out and just try it yourself. And I'm glad I came on the live stream to do it too, because yeah, I'd probably done the first one and then just like thinking, this is no good, and then just stopped. But because you were there watching, I still, I had to like continue on just to see if I could get any good ones. They are still fun looking prints, aren't they? And they won't be thrown away. Obviously, they will be used because that's what we do, isn't it? And I quite like this one. I like I like it when it doesn't pull up all completely in one anyway. I think it just adds to the shabbiness of it. And I got some really good backgrounds to build on other things as well. So I like it. I like it a lot. And as Shannon said, it's good fun to play with this one. Yeah, I've enjoyed that. That was quite nice. I don't always like to fail all the time. You know, I do put my failures up, but I don't like to fail all the time, because then you can become quite negative about your own crafting. And yeah, I do put up my failures. But if I had several weeks of failures, I think I'd lose my mojo. So glad it came out in the end. So anyway, thanks for joining me. Hope you have a good Easter with your family, or on your own like I am. Spending it on my own. So although I had my granddaughter over last night, actually I won't see her again now until Tuesday. So there you go. Have a good Easter. Enjoy whatever you're doing, and yeah, thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye.